everybody, it's me again. So we're going to do a pure leg workout today. So this one you will need to do a little bit of a warm-up. So I'd advise going on a walk, just a quick walk around the block, 15 minutes, or if you want to do longer, that's absolutely fine. If you don't want to go for a walk, then go back to my first video that I posted and you get a bit of the warm-up, so heel taps, side arm, movements, things like that. Just get your heart rate up a little bit before you start doing this workout, okay? So first thing we're going to do, bring yourself next to something that you can hold on to, okay? You might not need it, but it's better to have it there. We are going to do a reverse lunge into a knee raise. Now don't groan, okay? Have a look at what it is first of all. So if I can get Jono just to come to the side of me so you can see what it should look like. So starting with one hand on the wall, make sure it's quite close to you because you're going to be stepping backwards, okay? So I'm going to start with my right leg. I'm going to take it behind me, so toes go on the floor, nice wide step, okay? I'm going to sink straight down to the floor as much as I can go. So some of you will just do a little one, others who are more able go straight down. Make sure that knee doesn't hit the floor, okay? So lowering myself slowly down. Now this leg is going to come through as I stand up and into a knee raise, like so, okay? And then I'll repeat it. So I'll do 10 on each side for you so you can join in if you want to, all right? So holding on the whole time if you don't want balance to be an issue, okay? But it's quite a nice one for your balance if you want to let go, okay? Just have something near to you if you need it. Now if it's too much going from one leg straight into it, you can tap in between to give yourself a little bit of a pause, okay? But it's whatever works for you. Let me do my other side. Turning around. So again, coming up and down. My body's staying up nice and tall. I'm trying not to collapse through the middle. Okay, and I'm keeping my gaze straight ahead. Last two. Lovely. Now I went quite quick on those, so slow them down if you need to. Have your little pause in the middle as well if you want to, but just try and keep them going as a bit of a rhythm. If you really wanted to, if it was too much on just doing one leg at a time, you can do one leg and then change to the other leg. It's completely up to you, all right? So my next one is a little side squat. So give your legs a little bit of a wiggle in between, okay? Your quads will be working nice for this one. So start with my feet together. One leg is going to come out. My hands are going to stay together. As I go down into a squat, I'm just going to lean my body over to one leg, a little bit like this. And then my feet come together again, okay? Then I go the other way. So I take a wide step, bend both knees, but I'm leaning more towards the other one, and then they come together. So it's slightly different from our normal squats, because now we're just biasing one leg versus the other, but both of them still have to work, okay? Gets you to open your hips out as well. So I'm going to do 10 in total, so I'll get 5 on each leg, okay? Now it's up to you, depending how flexible your legs are. You can keep one leg, this one straight as you come down. If that's too much on the inside, you can bend both, but just make sure you're leaning over to that other side, okay? So I'll do both versions, a couple of times each more, so you can see which ones you want to do. Perfect. So there's your side squats. We have a dog just coming into view. So next one we are going to do a back leg raise. Now we normally do the side leg raises, okay, which works the side hips. So instead this time we're going to do something that gets a little bit more just the back of your glutes, as we call them, okay? So you're probably going to want to hold on to something just to help with the balance, okay? So if I get Jono to come over to the side, then you can see what I'm doing. So the crucial one with this is not to get the movement coming in your lower back, okay? It's all going to come from your glutes, all right? So you're going to start holding on. I'm going to put all your body weight onto one leg. So I'm going to start by lifting my left leg, okay? Keep my chest up tall. Remember, I'm not bending through my lower back. I'm going to take one leg behind me, okay? Bring it in without touching the floor, and then take it out again. Now, if I show you one that looks wrong, so you can know how to correct yourself. So if I do this, okay, that's incorrect. I don't want to move any of my back. I just want to move from my hip. So I take it back, and back in, and again. Okay? If I do 10 of these, there's number 4, 5, nothing else moves. Holding on just for balance. One more. Lovely, and then I'll do the other leg. So again, same thing, we'll count 10. Should start to feel it in your glutes. You may find the standing leg gets a bit tired as well, just because it's got to hold you up whilst you move. Okay, 3 more. Lovely, good. Okay, so next one is a little bit of a challenge for you. So we're going to come over to a chair. You hear you all cheering because we get to sit down. All right. So for this one, we've got 4 different stages, okay? 4 different progressions, if you like. Ultimately, what I want to get you doing is sitting down and standing up using one leg only, okay? So your first easiest version, I'll do them all incrementally, okay, is you have one foot out in front, the other foot just near enough to the chair that when you sit down, you're actually going to get on the chair, okay? So one leg out in front, heel on the floor, other foot completely flat. So you should have more body weight on that flat foot than the one with the heel, okay? Then nice and simple, pushing your hips back to sit on the chair. I like to have my hands out of the way, or you can have them out as a bit of balance if you like, completely up to you, okay? But make sure you push your hips behind you and slowly sit down, okay? So that's your easiest version, okay? So what you could do then, if you just want to stick with that, bring both feet in, stand up, and then do the same thing, okay? So this is your easiest version. Okay, so your second progression, if you want to make it a little bit harder, is you stand up with one leg out in front, okay? So you lean forward and you push up, okay? Then you've already done the sitting down, so we can continue with that. So you sit down, don't change anything, and stand back up again. We do one more. Notice the whole time I'm really bending through my hips. If I try standing up without leaning forward, I can't do it, okay? So make sure you lean forward before you stand up, all right? So, third progression, okay, is going to be sitting down, but with one leg completely off the floor, all right? So, let me show you, testing my balance here, okay? So one leg hovers. If you've got a chair with arms, then perfect, you can hold these just for the first couple of times you do it, just for your balance, okay? So one leg comes off the floor, hands in front or hands out for balance, and you sit down, okay? If you want to progress it that far, then put both feet, stand up, okay? And then sitting down. Notice I really push my hips behind me, okay, to change my centre of gravity. Right, I know you all want to do something harder, so your last one is to stand up with one leg off the floor, okay? So for this one, really make sure you are pushed forward at the front of your chair, okay? It's no good being sat back here. So forwards in your chair, one foot on the floor, one leg up, okay? Hands together or hands out for balance, leaning forward, and you stand up, okay? You can turn that into a sequence, so leg out, sitting down, then standing up, sitting down, and standing up, okay? Keep them steady, do whatever version you want to do. Hopefully if you do it regularly enough, you can start progressing your way through the different versions. Make sure you do both legs, okay? Maybe try, I mean I did quite a few there because I was showing you all the progressions, but maybe try doing perhaps 5 in one go on one leg and then 5 on the other leg, and then just see how that goes from there, okay? As always, safety, got to have a sturdy chair. Ideally have something around you to hold on to if you need to, okay? Or sometimes something in front of you is quite good So if you've got a table, you can always have that just so that you can grab it if you need to, okay? Safety first as always. So we have one more exercise, which you are half familiar with this one. So we're going to come over here. Just going to let Jono go in front of me. Okay, so we are going to do, it's a different version of a calf raise. So our normal calf raise is just up on our heels, or raising our heels off the floor, I should say. All right. But for this one, we're going to do it off a step. Now we're a bit limited here because we're doing some fencing work behind where Jono is. All right. So what Jono's hopefully going to be able to do is just show you my feet moving up and down if we've got space. All right. But I'll talk you through the idea with this little step here first of all. Now this is not a good step to use because it's too light and too flimsy. Okay. So I won't do it properly. But the idea is that you put the balls of your foot, okay, on the step and your heels just off. All right. Now it's got to feel secure, so you don't want to be sliding off the back. If I went like this, I'm just going to fall off, okay? And if I go here, I can't move my heels, so it's no good, all right? So find a position, whatever steps you're using, make sure they're sturdy. So your stairs at home are probably the best ones to do, particularly if you've got banisters either side. I wouldn't recommend doing this with nothing to hold on to, okay? So balls of my foot on the step, heel off, okay? And then, imagine I'm in that position, I will be doing a calf raise off the step. The idea with this is it allows my heel to drop slightly lower than it would do if I was completely on the flat. So I get a bigger range of motion when I do my work, okay? So let's try it out here. So John is just going to crouch down. Hopefully we can see. So I'm going to stand like this, okay? So I could feel quite secure. I don't feel like I'm going to fall off. Balls of my feet are on the step, heels are off. It allows me to drop down and then I push up. Okay, so I drop down and then I push up. So I'm holding on with hands, you can't see this probably, but I'm holding hands on each side so I don't fall off. Okay, I'm pushing up and I'm slowly lowering down. Okay, so I do a few more of these. It should feel secure. You shouldn't feel like you're going to fall off, but you should lower down slowly so that your ankles have time to realise what you're doing. Okay? Good, and you can do about 10 of those. Alright? And then walking back. Alright. Perfect. So that's a nice little leg workout to do. Hopefully you'll feel it by the end. We should have covered all the different muscles in the legs by doing that circuit. Okay? Pick and choose different ones if you want to. Do the whole thing start to finish if you want. My advice would be, once you've watched the video once and you get an idea of what the exercise is supposed to be, either play it through again so you get multiple repetitions of the same exercises, or write them all down by hand and then you've got your own workout to be doing without me stuck in the background, okay? How many questions, let me know, but hopefully you have enjoyed my leg workout.